Hello and welcome to driving show number 32. Headed out to the gym a little bit later, like usual. I don't know, it's when I'm in a good zone for working and I'm like, we just gotta finish what I'm doing because I know I'm gonna forget where I was at or have that same drive and motivation to pick it back up where I need it to be. So that's what I did. And yesterday though, so let's first ask, can I get on the freeway without dying? No. But let me ask, have you worked out today, exercised, taken care of your health and yourself? I don't know. Hopefully though, you still have time left in the day, depending on when you're watching this. If you're watching this at night in bed, then maybe you don't, but tomorrow you do. So there you go. Yesterday at the gym, I did do the push day, which means today's pull day. But my legs are still sore from Monday, 2 days ago. So I'm like, I don't know. It's a good kind of sore, but also the kind of sore that, like when I roll over in bed at night, I'm like, ow, that hurts. So a different type of sore than I'm used to. But yesterday, the exciting thing is that I got back into trying to do some more of those monkey bars at the gym. I think I shared last week at some point I did one monkey bar swing, and yeah, I definitely did, because as humans, grown-ups, I should say, we're not called little monkeys because we're heavy, and I ended up kind of injuring my shoulder a little bit because of a swing that I did on the monkey bars there. But what I started doing, and I tried it out yesterday, my shoulders are both fine, so I'm going to keep doing that as a way to build up to it, is when I had been looking at tutorials of how to do different dead hangs, I guess you call it. Yeah, just hanging by your body weight. They had said when you're trying to switch to do one hand, or if you get tired even holding on with both, set your feet down, and so then you're still like getting a lot of the same movement, and you're still, depending on how much weight you put down on your feet, you're still getting a good feel for it. And it's a good way to get yourself into doing one-handed hangs, which is kind of what you need to do if you're doing monkey bars, because you're letting go of one, grabbing the other, and then alternating. So what I did was monkey bars with one foot down on the ground to help me. So I got to where I was feeling it better, like the rhythm of it. And so I think if I keep doing that for the next couple of days, by next week, I can probably just do regular monkey bar swings. And the funny thing is, even doing that, I had people looking at me like I was very weird, and I was like, well, folks, this is extremely hard, and I'm like, just wait till whenever I can do the real ones. I'm like, it's gonna look so cool. It's gonna look dorky because I'm like 6'2", which is really tall, and also very skinny. So I feel like hanging, swinging, and it's really not that many bars to swing across, but it should be fun. And that's one of those things that I always encourage people, if you're going to be working out, find things to do that can push yourself, challenge yourself, but that is also fun. Because if you're not doing something that's fun and that you enjoy or that you're like working towards, it's so boring and it's so hard to get yourself to the gym. So that's what I did yesterday. Today I'll do pulling, which is more on like your biceps and back, and then practice the monkey bar. And then maybe swim. Yesterday though, the pool was super full. But yesterday I mentioned the newsletter, like the post that I sent out. It was about what to do when you are thinking about quitting or wanting to quit, but you don't actually want to quit. And it's the idea of taking a step back. So I thought I'd mention that. If you haven't read that yet, you definitely should go and do so. You can just go to our website, Philbrick.com. It'll be under the archive post. Sorry, there's like an ambulance behind me, and then I'm hearing some kind of weird sound. I'm like, it's not the siren, is it? But then there's also a garbage truck next to me, and their truck's making these weird tones. Driving is distracting, right? But it's something that I was kind of feeling last week, where I'm coming out with new stuff, trying to push the business forward, seeing what I can do to help people out. People don't want the help. They don't want to engage with me nor the business. Not saying that's how it actually is, but on my side, that's how it feels like. And I've run out of the unemployment. I mean, I still have it saved, but I'm not getting any new income. I'm just walking a dog. So I get anywhere from like on average, it's $150 a week. So it makes you think though, like, okay, if I'm not making money I told someone at the church group, like, I'm going to give it to the end of this year. And I'm like, and even thinking of that now, I'm like, man, it seems like a long time, but also not, like, if you're not getting traction and moving forward. So then, what's the logical thing, or even just the emotional thing is like, should I still be doing this? Should I quit? And so I brought up in that when you are feeling like that, and you're not supposed to, because sometimes maybe you should look deeper into it, and maybe you are supposed to terminate it for then. But I can almost guarantee you, before you jump all the way there and take those actions, what I suggest you do is take a step back. So what I mean by that is, no, you're not stopping the business. You can still be posting, doing what you need to do in your day-to-day for the business, but you're taking a step back to say, like, okay, am I only working on this business like 7 days a week all the time? That's all I'm living, breathing. You're not taking care of your body, your health, your relationships with those around you. Basically, when I'd been working, there was like 2 to 3 jobs. I'm like, am I getting to that with this business where like every day I'm opening up my computer and having that pressure, like I need to work? And then also you would have known, like you would know this just probably from different experiences in your own life, but when you become so hyper focused on something, then everything seems so much more drastic than it really is. So you're trying to launch something new, you're like, oh, it's going to do awesome, or people will be interested, and then it doesn't, nothing comes of it yet. So it's not to say that it's not ever going to, but it doesn't happen fast enough, or you're not seeing success fast enough, then all of a sudden you can blow up way out of proportion. So kind of what I suggest in that is, like, for myself, I need to make sure that I am having at least one day off a week where I don't have to open my computer to work on business related things, which sounds easier to say than actually do. And then from there I need to get into singing, songwriting, just singing, playing the piano, reading books, like things I would have done for fun in the past, but now it feels like I don't have time for it. It's a waste of time. I'm losing time by doing those things, where it's like, no, those are actually helpful to keep you going, to be more productive. Car cuts me off. To be more productive when you are getting those focused times of working, to also trying to get out of the house more. I mean, I go to the gym, but the example I used was like being okay with or looking forward to outings with other people. Now there are bikers literally going, you guys, they're on the wrong side of the road in my lane, one lane that I could have hit them. Man, basically though, get back to some of those, like, take care of yourself. And so then I have questions at the end of the article that you can go through, so I won't mention that. But if you do think that you are going through that, or you're going through a hard time where you're like, should I even still be in this business, definitely give that a read. I think it will be helpful and encouraging to show, like, hey, maybe it's not your business, it's that you're not, taking care of some other areas in your life. And really, if you're in your own business, most likely it's because you want to do things in your own time. You want to have those, freedoms to choose your own schedule, to do what you want, to be the boss. So don't forget that, which is really easy to, and I do as well, to be like, I have to do everything, give my everything to get there. And it's true, you do have to give a lot to be in a business of your own. But you also need to make sure that you aren't killing yourself and burning yourself out to where you need to quit, or you no longer like what you're doing. But lastly, if you didn't know, I'm in the parking lot now. Let's see if I can park without getting hit. It's been like 3 or 4 times this drive alone. But I'm doing a new thing for the podcast. I said I was going to wait till tomorrow, but I scheduled and wrote out the email for it today. It's coming out tomorrow. I just started an ad right before. That's what I was working on while I'm late to the gym. And so I'm calling it Let's Get You Launched. So if you are getting ready to launch your small business, or you already started your business and you're getting ready to launch a new product or service, that's what we're here for. And we are going to be featuring you and helping you promote whatever your launch is about. So that comes with a 20 to 30 minute video interview. It's going to be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. We're going to have social posts, of course, stories leading up to it, on the day of, posts on the day of as well about your launch. And then I'm teaming up and partnering up with D Squared Savings. Kayla, she's an awesome business owner that I actually interviewed on the show a couple months ago by now. It feels like it was just the other day, but at least a couple weeks, if not a couple months ago. And so she has an app where she helps promote small business sales. So if you're going into your launch and you do have a sale that you can offer, guess what? You can now have more promotion on her social accounts and her emails and in her app. And then also for Fisher Philbrick, email and app promotion as well. So it's all of this to really help get the word out, get you exposure. And the more people that are posting, the more eyes and people you can draw to what you're launching, the more successful your launch will be overall. To get the hype up, to have just people posting about you and resharing from all different ways is so incredibly helpful. So that is a teaser for that. It's coming out, I guess, tomorrow. Unless you see the ad today, then yeah, go ahead, sign up. You can sign up. You will get an email from me sending you a survey to take, and that's just to fill out, letting us know who you are, your business, a bit about your business, when you plan to launch, and what you're launching. And then from there, we'll see if we're a good fit. If so, we'll move right on forward. But I think it's going to be super fun, super cool, kind of a new way of taking the podcast, but it's still getting in that big element of promoting small businesses, because we are here to help you start, build, and promote your own small business. So I'm excited for that, and I hope you are as well. Share with your friends and family. And if you have a launch coming up, let me know, please. We would love to help you in getting everything up and going and helping promote you. But we'll leave it at that. Go get your exercise in, and we'll talk to you guys maybe not tomorrow, because Thursdays are always a busy day, but maybe Friday. I don't know.